Red 38. Set.
They go play action here on first down. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Sloth. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And the Lions
play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Smash! Smash! Let's go now. Cut.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
That's good. For the Lions, first down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
You look at this Packers defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
50, green.
Looking to throw. Oliver. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the Packers' 20-yard
Then
line.
second down at 4.
White. Here we go. Black. Trouble. 38. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Lions will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Take over first and 10 at the 17-yard line.
32. Red.
Throwing to start the drive. Oliver toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about 5. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Still a couple of yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Love. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is taken at the 23. 21 yards, well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way.
That's good.
And now they'll shift things around.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Set, ready. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Oliver. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Back to throw, Oliver. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 49.
Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the Packers' 43-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Here we go, set. 52 blue, red, cycle. Set.
Looking to throw. Oliver. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Edo blue.
Back to throw. Oliver. He's going to let it go again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
Here's Love.
At the 26-yard line.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
62 yards on the punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. An extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love from the gun. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get him in the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here we go. Here, yellow, blue, red, 38. Red, yellow. White, red, cycle. Set, huh?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 67 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To pass, here's Jordan Love. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Packers.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll work this forward for about 3 in 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Love now. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line.
First down.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's complete to Brown, right side. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play fake. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Yellow. Ultra. Go Ultra.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On red. Let's go. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And the Packers, 1st down.
Love looking to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Another Packers, 1st down.
Throwing. Love. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
For the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Oliver. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks look all the time at manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Yellow, 43. Ready.
Looking to throw. Oliver. Pass taken in by his his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Walker has it. So the completion results here in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
2nd and 1.
Back to throw again. Now he's got it. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Gain of 19 yards.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jameson Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Final play of the half. Love throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Throwing to start the drive. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. It's to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That may be throwing up his accuracy.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Here's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Right sideline complete. That's Reed. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, 26 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Love throwing for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Packers 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Oliver to the left side. He finds Teslaw. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, McCoy. Isaac to Slaw. 60 yards. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sideline.
Lions take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Quick hit, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. For those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, and Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will we be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Quick throw there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Pause red.
From the gun on third down, Oliver. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Maxwell. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Let's go now. 52 blue. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Maxwell. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is brought in at the 21. 7-yard punt return. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This taken in at the goal line. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. That's good. First down.
Now Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Ready.
From the gun on third down. Love. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this will wind up the Lions first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. Blue, 32. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Oliver. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
A toss out right to Gibbs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 171 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 30.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
All ready?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, here's second down and 8.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Gibbs straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, set. 45, wide. Ready.
On third down, here's Gibbs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. But ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. Offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they're ruled incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
17 yards. And the Packers.
Here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Part of hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
First down.
Back to throw now on first down. Short throw. He's got Kraft. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Maxwell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think we maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. Like the old rule, possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
1 yard gain. Brings up
operating from the gun. Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with all cliche. All right, maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one off. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set, ready. 33, yellow, set.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready. 52, blue. Drill, 52.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Let's go. 45. Cut.
Another run for Gibbs here. 183 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Love from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays.
Ready. 60 reps. 60 reps.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital